Okay, let's look at this next lesson about directory assignment. What are we going to do in directory assignment? What kind of script are we going to do? Well, this is a script also I have experienced. Many of my coworkers or my friends who are in this field, they have experienced this kind of issue. What happened is there are home directories or there are directories inside of slash home. But what happened is all those users that are in the Etsy password, those directories do not belong to them. So why do we have those directories then if they do not belong in Etsy, if to any of the users that are in Etsy password? Because in reality, as a standard, every user directory should go into slash home. And if there is a directory that is like XYZ and it does not belong to an actual user, should be deleted from at slash home unless it has an application associated with it or there's a business justification for it. So we are trying to find out those home directories that do not belong to a user. So we will do is we will match the users from Etsy password to slash home the directory. And it will complain, hey, this directory do not belong to this user or has no user at all. Okay, so let's go into our machine. Now this time I want you to be root. And first of all, what you have to do is to go into the slash home directory and create a user directory called Junos. Now, Junos is a directory name that I picked because I do not have Junos in my Etsy password. You see, nothing came up. It means this user do not exist. So if my script works the way I want it to work, then it should complain, hey, Junos is a directory in slash home. That directory do not belong to any user in Etsy password. So I want to know that. Okay, so how do we do that? Let's get into a script. And I want you to create that script in slash temp. Go to cd slash temp and do vi check dir. This is the name of the script that we will pick. And we will define our shell and our author. Who's the author? That's you. Date. Description. This is the best part. This script will find directories without users. Modified 08/08/2020. Okay. Now what it will do, it will first go into cd into slash home. I want to run this command. Then we'll put a statement for, and I will put a variable this time, dir. It's just a variable. You could pick anything again. In asterisk. So I went to cd slash home directory and I am looking for all the directories and I'm putting all those directories into a variable called dir. Then I want to do is create another variable and I'm going to call this variable chk. Check equal dollar parentheses, which is right above number 9, grep minus c from dir. Sorry, this is the variable we have, and against password. Let me write the script and I will explain you once more time what I'm doing. Check is equal greater than 1. Then echo. You don't have to put code if you don't want to. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It really doesn't matter. Directory is assigned to a user. else echo directory is not assigned to a user. Fee and done. Okay. This is a script I wrote. Now let me explain you again. Okay, so what is the script is actually doing is it's going into the home directory and it's finding everything in the home directory and it's putting into the dir directory, which is a variable. Then what it's doing is it's defining another variable, and another variable, what it's going to do is going to run a command grep with -c option, which will do the count if it finds it, 1 or 2 or whatever. And it's going to grep from this list, which is in this variable, and it's going to grep from etc password. And if it finds even one directory that has a user, that's what I said, if check is greater than 1, if this variable returns anything more than 0, which is check is greater than 1, then echo directory is assigned to a user. If it is below 1, then it's going to say else directory is not assigned to the user. And fee and done. So we will run the script real quick. And I wanted to assign the permission. Now let's run it. Okay, now you will see it says I have Zal. So basically, before I tell you the output, let's go to home, and you will see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 directories are in at /home. And now it's going to grep all these 6 directories from etc password, and it's going to say if that matches. So it says IFZOL is assigned to a user. Perfect. Juno's is not assigned to a user. Peter is not assigned to a user. Test is, test 1, 2, 3 is, and test 4, 5, 6 is. So basically that's what I'm doing. Now what I could do is I could simply, if I run the script, and I could simply do grep, and I'll do not, and it will only give me no such folder. Check. Oops, I am not in temp. So now check. I think I put it in check. I'm putting in /root directory. All right, so check dir, and when you hit enter, and now when you do grep not, I will know that these are the 2 users that do not have a user account, and their directory is there. Why is there? That's a problem. That's a security risk. So now I could simply go in and delete it or find out who these users belong to. Also, what happened is, that's a real life example. What happened is if you have a group of people and one of your coworker leaves the company, so you delete his or her account. But somehow when you delete it, it depends on which command you run, the user delete. It does not delete the home directory with it. It keeps the home directory unless you specify in the user delete with the option, I believe it's -- remove, then it will remove the directory. Otherwise it will not. So that's why you have to come in and do some of the housekeeping and make sure all those directories are gone. So that's how it works. Try it. It's a very useful script, and you will need it one way or the other, whatever that you're doing. Or if you are trying to look for other things, you could just change the script to the way that you wanted to use it for.